A Sidney woman says she killed her son on orders from God. That's according to court documents obtained by the Kennebec Journal.
We want to warn you, some of the details are disturbing.
39-year-old Megan McDonald is charged with killing her 14-year-old son Quincy McDonald in December. According to the paper, McDonald told police God had chosen her for a murder-suicide and her son needed to be sacrificed.
According to the police affidavit, McDonald strangled her son with a scarf until he stopped breathing, then stabbed him in the chest. When police arrived at the Summer Haven Road residence in Sidney, they found Quincy dead in the yard behind the house beside a decorated Christmas tree with his feet propped up on a Bible and a lock of his hair in his hand.
The affidavit says 4 family pets were also found dead in the yard. McDonald drove to the Androscoggin County Sheriff's Office to report she had murdered her son and told officials her name was, quote, Blip God.
She has been ordered to undergo a psychiatric evaluation.